been sentenced just recently, a couple of days ago, as a matter of fact. We got that. We got the Dr. Cheyenne Bryant incident with her lying about her doctorate all online. You understand?
Wasn't it a doctoral? She said something about a doctoral, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Doctoral. Yes, sir. So she said she is a doctor. She said that the school that was accredited, for whatever reason, it went out of business. You understand? and that she could not get her records. So
that's convenient.
Yeah. So we can go into that a little bit. And then we also got, last but not least, the story of Chud the Builder. I don't know where we're going with that one. You understand? But this is glorious in my sight. You understand? For the Lord to show such judgment with quickness. You understand? So which one of y'all want to get into, man? We'll get into whichever one y'all want to go to first.
Well, why don't we start with the devil? That devil Chud the Builder.
Okay, Most High in Christ. Let me pull it up. I got it right here. Let's see, where is that short at? Get Chud the Builder in the building. You understand? Hold up. All right. Salakia. Oh, Samata Bar, where you at, man? You still there? Oh, here.
Yeah, I'm here. What you say?
All right, we're gonna get into Chud the Builder, man. This is a little comedic. I like this one right here. I figured, man, I'll put this one up. Let me share the screen, man. Right quick. All right. Hey, anytime y'all want me to stop it, man, you want to elaborate on it, let's get into it.
Most High in Christ.
All right. Here we go.
In the distance, that's a look of an iniquitous defeat.
Initial bond at 1.25 million.
Her advice, man, don't go in there chipping out. And they already see the fear on you. So now it looks like you about to go in there pussy. You about to be holding somebody's pocket immediately. You might as well, I mean, I'm saying, I'm telling you, don't let them take your shoelaces. The chair is right there. You can step off of it. You know what I mean? That's all, It's not going to be a good afterlife. No, that's where you headed, my brother. Hell is hot, and I hope you dress cold, dickhead, because $1.25 million. You don't got that. I'll tell you that for free. And I already know what you think. Well, the bonds, all you got to do is pay 10%. Not when that shit is that high. That means he got paid $125,000, and then the bondsman's going to need that collateral. You know what his collateral is? Nothing. Zero. This man don't own nothing. That's why I be saying his ancestors was rolling in his grave. He looked defeated because he know he like, oh shit, I'm about to have to go in there for real. Oh, hold on. Yo, I need PC, please. Some people talk it's not a slam dunk case. Yes, it is. He know he fucked. His lawyer starts shaking his head like, oh shit. And the amount of video evidence and intent behind this dickhead, that's why I even do right here sitting there like, look at that. Wow. Ain't nobody gonna save you now. And that's the thing. He's cooked. Because you think he could just shave his head, put a little swastika right there, Aryan race. But they are not letting this slide. This shit is a no-go. They're going to, well, hold on. He was a fairy. Nah, well, can't come this way. Mars fairy, you got shit. Death. You ain't going to be able to do no moving, grooving, vibing, sliding in there. Don't let them find out that you was taking it behind from her. Because now they're going to be like, oh, man, Chud the stud. Get on your knees, my brother. What you mean? Yeah, what? It's a pecking order. It is going to be festivity for you in there. And I could not wish this upon anybody else better than you. I love karma. Shit work quick. Either one of the poor racists has to, sign over their collateral for him, or you guys got $950,000 left to go.
If you owe me $20,
ain't that something, man? They raised some money for him already, though.
Did. Okay, when it comes to white people, you see it time and time again. When white people do things to hurt, humiliate, degrade people of color, white people will help that other white person get out of jail. Mm-hmm. They did that with that young kid out in, what was his name? The one that took the AR-15 and shot a few people. Then they had him fine in the courtroom.
Come.
Right? White people will come to their aid and bail their people out.
And look what the police did for Dylan Roof. Didn't they stop and let him get hamburgers and all kind of shit?
Not only that, they They had him in a bulletproof vest. They took him to order his order, eat his food, and then bring him to the prison. I have never met or seen or read an article, or watched a news clip where a black person a Hispanic person was ever afforded that same ability to do. But white people, they go and they murder some black people. They call black people niggers and Hispanic people spics. They'll get treated very well by other white people. As soon as I found out that his bond was set to $1.25 million, the whatever group I was in, I put it. White people going to bail him out, and that's exactly what they did.
Con, I don't think he's got an idea, but he got a reverb in here.
Hey, Salakia too. I forgot we on TikTok, so we got to say certain words.
Oh, Salakia.
Oh yeah, Salakia. And also, I didn't even shout TikTok out. What's going on TikTok, man? Glad y'all and rocking it out with us. Usually we be doing the Tuesday night or the Wednesday night class, the Brotherhood class or the Law class. Appreciate y'all being in there. If y'all have any questions, man, put your questions in the chat. Somebody said they blocked his money that was raised. Oh, hell, I didn't even know that. We're going to have to look into that.
Yeah, I read an article about that too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. But what was heavy, though, what you said, also, Shakapon, what you said about Kyle Rittenhouse, how they raised that money for him. Remember the woman that was online that was working in a Cinnabon, was talking crazy to the Hispanic dude?
Yeah.
And they raised money for her just on GP. She probably ain't got to work for a couple years. I think they probably raised $100,000 for her. But over and over again, we see this where Caucasian people are boasted in this society. They are privileged in this society, and they look out for one another, whether they're wrong or right, and they're always wrong. But they're always getting blessed from their own people, and our people don't see that. They don't see that these do not love you, man. You got it out of one. Go ahead.
I said, right. Didn't they do that for some YT woman who called the little black boy the N-word? They raised up all kind of money for her and everything. They take pride in calling you that and then raising up money for their own people. Every time one of their own people unalive one of us, they raise up money for them. They support their people. You got it.
Con, sir, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. I think that was that at like a party or something like to that effect.
I think it was at the park or something. It was at the park or something.
Yeah, I remember that. Con. But this devil here, he's been going around threatening black people and telling them that they're chimping out and you're not going to do anything and you're not worth this, and just terrorizing black people with his words when black people don't really know what to say back to him, don't have a response back to him. You understand? I got the perfect response. I would have told it a multitude of things, including you pink troglodyte, you take it up the backside. I'd have went off on him. We on TikTok, so I'm trying to limit it to what I would have said, but I'd have instantly had something for him. You understand?
So like, at the same time, this what goes on because he's looking at it like it's a prank. The same way they look at dressing in blackface is a prank. But it ain't no goddamn prank. Because you run up on the wrong Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, it ain't gonna be no prank. They're gonna be ready to whip your ass. And he found that out. That's why he going to jail now. But at the same time, you got a black woman plugging you in the backside. You got it.
It's just restricted to live out of one. It probably was the pink troglodyte. Hold up. Contains themes of some may find uncomfortable, as has been restricted. Reason, harassment. We're not harassing anybody. The man that is accused guilty in court right now, he has been the one that has been harassing people, going around, tripping out. You understand? With the N-word. You understand? But they don't know we proudly wear that. This is the real NIGGA University.
And That woman was harassing. That woman who was shoving the backside was harassing him. You know, but he liked his harassment.
Somebody say Shiloh Hendricks was at the park, got $500,000. Yeah, that's right. God. Oh, did you see the look on his face though? When the judge said $1.25 million, I should try to find that part right quick. He closed his eyes like, damn, Lord help me. But what Lord are you looking for? You're looking for Caesar Borgia to help him. You understand? Let me see if I can find that part right quick. But y'all got it, man. Anything else, we can move on. Let me find this part where he looked
for real.
On TikTok?
Sir?
They restricted us on TikTok?
Yeah, they restricted us on TikTok. We still on, though. But they gave us some type of strike.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't see it right off the bat. But the way he looked down and closed his eyes, you see how his eyes is right there? First they were open, he was like, damn, $500,000.
Tax phones in the
0.25 million.
Here, go look.
for advice.
Hey, y'all see that look?
0.25 million.
Hey, what
For,
is listen, man? Like Osanaka One say, man, what you gonna do when you get in there with all them lions, them tigers and gorillas? You understand? You gonna say they chipping out? What you really gonna do, man? You understand? We having fun with this, just like he was having fun in the street trying to get a bunch of hits. You understand? But man, what we going from there? Y'all want to get something else? Y'all want the Julio or the Dr. Cheyenne, or anybody want to bring something else out?
Actually, yeah. Let's, if you don't mind, Officer Motorboy, we stay on this for a little bit longer. This should tell you a lot about this type of white man and how he represents the majority of white people, especially those that are secretive about their dislike for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? We are absolutely fine with white people if they want to be racist. We prefer that you are directly and blatantly racist. So we know not to be around you, just like you know you shouldn't be around us. We don't want you to be secretive about your hate and disdain and disgust for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Be vocal about it. Say it. You know, that way we can be on, at least we can be on one accord that you hate us and we don't like you either, right? But it's those secretive white people that will watch Chud the Builder on each and every one of his accounts that got put up and then taken down. That got put up again and then taken down. Him having to go to Instagram, then StreamYard, then TikTok, then Twitch, then Facebook, then YouTube. And each time you have all these white people that support him that will never say they support him. And that's what's great about these. That is why white people do so well, because they have all those white people that are so secretive, that will donate to Trump and not say nothing and no one will know, that will donate to free this murderer, because he tried to unalive that black man. They secretly would support him, donating money for him, even though he committed a crime. And the way you know he committed the crime was because he shot himself in the process of trying to unalive another person. And if I'm not mistaken, the other person that he was trying to unalive was an Army veteran. Can someone Google that real quick? For America to be so should be so proud for America and want to stand up and defend your troops, you would rather support a white man who tries to unalive an Army veteran, right? Because you don't care that it's an Army veteran, it's a black man. So you would rather support the white man who's a racist, the white man who calls black people the N word, who calls Hispanic people the S word, who refers to the activities and conduct of black people as chimping out whenever he offends them deliberately, purposely trying to agitate and offend and harass people. You want to support the person that will call that chimping out when they want to express how wrong they have been by this white man. So America, just be racist. White America, be. You know how there's that slogan, "Be all that you can be." When you go into the army or the military, white people, be as racist as you can be. This is your country. You own this country. You run this country. Everything in this country is catered and favored to you, as we see with this example here. How a person who was caught trying to unalive someone can get all the help he needs like that. Just like that. But if we want to raise money to build a playground in the ghetto, we have to go through loops and hurdles. We can't get donations. It costs us an arm and a leg. Playground or community garden. This murderer, he's not a murderer. He didn't murder anyone yet, but he tried to murder someone.
F1, we got to say.
Yeah. And YT. I don't think we could say white. It has to be YT and unalive.
Okay, this Edomite who tried to unalive someone can get all the funding he wants. America, just be racist. Just be racist, America. It'll be better for everyone if you were just blatantly racist.
Damn right. Come on. And
if I can too, what you saying is heavy, because when we fought in all those wars protecting America and the YT man, Negroes thought it was freedom to them, not knowing they was used as pawns. You was a pawn in a game. That's what you was. You wasn't nothing but a tool to use, because they know we do everything the goddamn best. Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, they know we the best at everything. You was used as a goddamn pawn. That's why you realize when you came back after World War I, World War II, they wouldn't even give you a goddamn slavery or nothing. They didn't give you no goddamn benefits or nothing. You got stuck in the goddamn neighborhoods getting high off drugs because you were so messed up and confused why they don't love you no more. Because they use you as a pawn. You got it.
And Salaki, if I could, I think I was finna get off this topic a little too quick. Also, Shaka Khan reminded us, hey, we got to bring this out, man, because the thing that's really going on with this fella shows that in this society, man, these people have always hated us. And they are going to always love and respect their own over us. The civil rights movement was a debauchery, a slap in the face to so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics. When all other nationalities come over here to America and they are privileged above the so-called slaves. I don't say so-called because blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics have been the slaves in this place. But other nationalities have come over here and benefited off the backs of the civil rights movement that so-called black people marched for. You understand? And we continue to try to integrate with these people. And in the words of Captain Kahan Thamyad, thank you, Dr. Martin Luther King. You understand? What reasonable man would go to somebody and say, slap me in the face just so I can eat at your table? Nobody would do that. You keep your table. You can't treat me any kind of way and think that I'm going to accept it, because every species protects its own. Every species has something inside of him to say, let me protect myself. You understand? And our oppressor is cruel. He is a cruel beast. And he will always, because it is embedded in them, always try to devour blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics. There is no loving these people. These people will never have love for you, black man, Native American man, Hispanic man, because God didn't put that in them. These people are only here to whoop you, to be an oppressor over you. Why? Because you broke God's commandments. And this brings us back full circle. Why are we like this? Why do we have to march for civil rights? Why do we have to continue to march and beg? Because you did not keep God's commandments, black man, Native American man, Hispanic man. And the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yohana, is here to teach you once again. And we've been teaching this since 1969. Here to teach you to come back to your God. You got it.
Slaves do that. Slaves beg. Slaves march, slaves go out and do whatever they can to get the things that they can't get for themselves. So they expect and want and desire for their slave master to give it to them.
God.
People from Afghanistan, they fight for what they want. The Taliban fought the Russians for what they wanted. The Iraqis fought for what they wanted. The Iranians, they're fighting right now against America for what they want. They're sending drones, they're sending boat missiles, they're sending rockets so fast that the Israeli government can't stop them. They fight for what they want. Here in America, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we don't fight for what we want. We march. We hold sit-ins. We'll starve ourselves and protest. We'll go join ourselves hand in hand and lock arms and super glue our hands onto buildings. That gets no respect. See, what the ISUPK does not want, we do not want black people to get violence. We do not want Hispanic people to get violence. We don't want Haitians, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, El Salvadorians. We don't want you to be violent.
Right.
What we want you to be is angry. So angry that you want to change yourselves so that way you no longer need to be in this position of begging and marching and holding rallies. None of that works for us because we have no backbone to support those things. You see all these March for Palestine. These people are willing to throw rocks at cops. They're willing to ram vehicles into FBI agents. They're willing to throw smoke grenades and Molotov cocktails at the army and all law enforcement because they are willing to put their lives on the line for what they want. They are not scared to lose their lives in the process of achieving their goal of a free Palestine, whether they're in France, the United Kingdom, here in the United States. Black people, we don't do that. Black people don't have the balls to want to go get revenge on the person that unalived Trayvon Martin. Black people, Hispanic people don't have the balls or the courage to want to go get justice for that brother that got choked out for selling loose cigarettes in Staten Island. Black people, Hispanic people don't want to go get revenge for what happened to George Floyd, right? They don't have the balls. They don't have the courage because we're still slaves. And when we stop being slaves and replace that slave mentality for being upset about this oppression, then we can work with that anger. We can redirect that frustration to be something that shines so bright that our oppressors have no choice but to give us what we want because we'll be willing to take it. We'll take it by not using drugs. We'll take it. We'll take it by not unaliving each other, by not joining gangs. That's how we'll be able to take it. You'll be forced to respect us because we will no longer play by your rules.
And Salag, if I could, the power that blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics have that we hold, it's unseen to you. It's untapped because, like the officer was just saying, it's not about possessing nuclear weapons for you. It's not about possessing drones and airplanes for you. For you, it's about separating. It's about coming out of America's ideology and believing everything you've been taught in the Christian church. It's about coming away from them and building amongst yourselves. That is your power that other nations don't have. Why? Because you are God's people. And because you're God's people, when you do what God say according to the Bible, God is going to fight for you. Allah cannot do anything for the Palestinians because Allah is not real.
Allah hasn't done anything for the Palestinians.
Right.
Allah hasn't done nothing for the Iranians.
Right.
Allah is allowing Palestine to get blown to smithereens. Allah is allowing the Iranians, the people, to suffer all types of atrocities, right? Allah is not helping anyone.
And what I was going to say was, Black man, Native American man, and Hispanic man, we are still here. Don't you know the scriptures say in Isaiah 45th chapter that if the sun, and I'm paraphrasing, and moon was done away with, then would the Lord do away with you. The Lord said he didn't put us in captivity for our destruction, but because of our disobedience. So if he put us in captivity for disobedience, imagine what he's going to do when we become obedient. And if you can serve the oppressor's laws, why can you serve the Most High's laws, which makes you a better brother, a better person? That's all that it is. What's the greatest two commandments? All Christians say they know it. Love the Lord thy God with all your heart, your mind, and your strength. And the second is likewise, love your brother as yourself. On these things hang all the commandments, but you still want to unalive your brother. You still want to sleep with your brother's woman. You still want to celebrate oppressors' holidays rather than doing what the Lord said to do and be with your own people. Celebrate his days. And then you'll get the full benefit. You understand? I yield with that. You had something on some other bar? Y'all want to go to the next one? Or, hey, look, we can keep rocking it out on here because you know the oppressor will never change. Like a tiger can't change his stripes. You understand? The oppressor will never change. The Lord said you have a perpetual hatred for your brother. Therefore, you're going to suffer the things that the Lord brings to you, Mr. YT man. You understand? Man, you can't go and tell a tiger or a lion, I got this sign. I'm a man too. You understand?
Salakia.
Go ahead. You got it.
No, hold on. I'll give it back to you. Trooper Lahal, can you get Proverbs 16:4, Baba Gasha? And please continue.
God, you can't go march before a tiger or a lion. You understand? A tiger or a lion is gonna say, damn, this is good food right here. He don't give a damn about the sign that you holding or you saying that you a man. He don't respect that. And the Lord called the children of Israel his sheep, but all other nations are beasts of the field. These beasts will devour you, man. And because you've been taught Christianity, you don't understand that the Lord is dealing with nations and nationalities from the beginning. It's all through the Bible. You got it, Adawan.
No, what the brother's saying is absolutely right. Our people don't know these things, one, because we don't have that knowledge. We've been given pieces of it, pieces to a puzzle. And the puzzle has been broken off into smaller pieces with religions like Christianity, Islam, Egyptology, Buddhism. We want to do everything other than what we are supposed to be doing. Can you get that scripture for me, brother?
He might not be there.
You said 16:4, right, sir?
Baba Kasha.
Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 4. The Lord hath made all things for himself. Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
Even the what?
Even the wicked.
Right,
even the wicked
The Lord created every single thing, right? Everything you can imagine, good things, bad things, the wicked especially, the Lord made. Continue the rest of the verse.
Even the wicked for the day of evil.
Right? If you want the wicked to be thrown down, then there's things that you have to change about yourselves. There's things that we have to change about ourselves. Because that the wicked, right? For the day of evil, this is the day of evil that we're seeing right now. Where these people, our oppressors, are ruling over us. They're hurting us, they're starving us, they've committed all types of atrocities. God allowed them to do that because of our disobedience. Right? Go to Amos 9 and 8.
I got you. This is the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom.
America is this sinful kingdom. Right now in 2026, you can see everything sinful here in America. You can see unaliving, drug use, prostitution. You can see stealing, theft, right? You see all these things, the LGBTQ movement being pushed and forced onto your children. America is this sinful kingdom. Keep going.
And I will destroy it off the face of the earth.
And God will destroy America off the face of this earth. Chud the Builder trying to unalive a black man and a retired army vet, having him fight for his life right now, right? These are all the reasons why God is going to be destroying this sinful kingdom. Keep going.
Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord.
Now, how do you want to survive?
Right.
How do we want to survive? Do we want Lord to save us from utter destruction along with America? Because we're living in America. We're engaging in every single part of America. Its political system, its educational system, its military system, law enforcement system, the LGBTQ community. We love America so much that we have put ourselves into every facet of America. Do you want to be destroyed with America? This is a serious question that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans need to think about really hard when they look at themselves in the mirror the next time they go brush their teeth. Do you really want to still be a part of a system that has oppressed you for centuries, have done horrible things to your ancestors, have gotten you to hate one another, have gotten you to hate your sisters, your brothers, your mothers, your friends, have put in drugs in your communities, have gotten your women to think that abortion is the best choice for her so she can get a college education, so she can focus on her career, where it has gotten Black and Hispanic men to think that unaliving newborn children is the best way to go to avoid responsibility. Do you really want to be part of a country, of a system, of a kingdom that has utterly molested your mind to think that this is the best way for you to live? We have to figure out a way to not be utterly destroyed by America. And God tells us throughout the Bible. If we go to Deuteronomy chapter 28, right, it tells us what we need to do for us to be on top, for us to not be destroyed, for God to love us and forgive us. Christ showed us how to do it. From the entire period Christ was on the scene, he taught us how to love one another. He taught us that if we loved our brother, our neighbor, that we wouldn't do these things to each other, that we can give America its tax dollars, but we can keep the rest of our money amongst ourselves. So this is a serious question to every viewer. If you're not in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, you have a serious question to ponder about. Do you want to be destroyed with America? Do you want to keep living in America and have to see people like Chud the Builder, who can freely insult you, agitate you, unalive you, and have people raise money to get him out of jail, to get him out of prison, to help him with his defense. Do you want to live in a country where a 17-year-old child can be unalived while walking back home with a Arizona iced tea and some Skittles, and the unaliver not face any consequences for their actions? You got some serious thinking to do, because my brothers and I, we've thought about it many a days and nights before we had to make that decision. It didn't come easy. It came with a lot of putting our hand on the stove and burning ourselves and realizing, okay, you know, maybe this is the way I'm supposed to do things. If you're not in the ISUPK, you better think about your choices in life. I'll pass it back to you, brother.
Khan, man, that was heavy what you was bringing out. Hey, Trooper, if you could get me, what is it? Give me Zechariah 11:5. But I just want to say something concerning what the officer had brought out. What was that? Amos 9:8. Yeah. Let me just finish that right quick. He said he will destroy the sinful kingdom off the face of the earth, which is America. You understand? And it says, except or saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob. Meaning you, Jacob, you black man, you are here. You Jamaicans, Haitians, brothers and sisters in the Caribbean, you are part of this sinful nation. The Lord told us to come out of it, my people, that we don't be partakers of her sin. Let me read a little more. All the sin, Salakia. For I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations. This is what you see in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. The Lord is waking up his people to know what's really in the Bible. You have been lied to. And the people like Chud the Builder that is sitting in his own bond hearing, these people have a disdain to you forever, man. And they will never, ever, ever love you. Yes, you can do business with people. Why? Because in business, you're respected. But you can't serve the same God, because then he becomes over you. The Lord said he wants a nation of kings and priests. If you're a king and a priest, that means that you are over a people. You are over people. You're not equal. Everybody not sitting in the same kingdom equal. There's no such thing as equality. You'll learn that in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. There are men that are better than me. You understand? We got generals, captains, officers of 5,000, other officers of 1,000, men that are better than me. You understand? And when you come in here, you can be better than the people that are in the world. You can be better than Chud the Builder. When he walk up on you and says, you are a NIGGA and you're chimping out, you will know how to respond to him. And he'll tuck his tail between his legs and move on to the next trick. I yield with that, man. I went overboard. You understand? Y'all want to go somewhere else, man? Or anybody had anything else to say on this Adawanium?
No, I'm good. I'm definitely good.
All right, what y'all want to do? Dr. Cheyenne, or y'all want to go to the little brother, man, that was involved in the Julio Fulio thing?
Yeah, I want to hear something about that. Because I remember I remember hearing it when it came out then, but I haven't been following that case.
Khan, yeah, you're gonna probably have something to say about this, Adawan. I'm gonna let you rock this one out. I got two of them. I think I'm gonna go with this one right here. Bear with me. It's only a minute and some change. All right, let's rock this one here out. It's coming.
Based on Mr. Gathwright's age, physical ability.
Like it. What you say, out of one?
We ain't got nobody else trying to come up or nothing, huh?
No, I didn't see anybody trying to come up, sir.
I've been telling people they disagree what they're hearing. Click that StreamYard link.
Con, I also had somebody in the chat saying something about what about 2 Timothy's 2 and 4? I don't know what happened. I ain't
we
come
get a
up.
break.
2 and 3.
If we get a break between the stories and people won't come up, just let them up on TikTok, whatever. I know Officer Kai said he was in the back stream for a minute, so he said he's gonna be back after he get out the mountain areas or roads or whatever.
Con. TikTok, if anybody, man, want to come up, listen, don't be fearful. We are your brothers. You understand? If you are Black, Native American, or Hispanic, man, come to ISUPK Louisiana on YouTube. Hit the StreamYard link at the top of the chat. As a matter of fact, it's all in the chat. Hit the StreamYard link. We can come up, you can come up, and we can have a good dialogue. You understand?
Also,
his blood. I'm speaking to you as well. You got it, out of one.
No, I won't say also too, I gotta test you as a brother, because I know my brother's in the ISUPK. So if you come up, you're gonna get tested. Don't get weak. I know who my real brothers is, the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying?
Come. What the scriptures say, the kingdom cometh not with observation. Man, listen, you got to put in some type of effort. You got to have some type of faith. You afraid to talk with your brothers? Come up. Gather yourselves together. Come up and talk with us, man. We here. You understand? What the Lord said? The Lord said, he has not given us the spirit of fear. So if you have something that you want to say, come up, man. Let's divvy it up. Let's talk about it.
And the longer you wait,
Salaki, my bad. Salaki.
Things like that.
I started it. My bad. You got it. I ain't mean that.
Also, brothers are tested through adversity. If y'all ain't here with us, then I can't really call you a brother because you ain't here on the front line with us. We know what we do together. We know how we stand strong. So you got to get tested. You got it.
Salaki, Shaw, you was trying to say something?
Yeah, I was saying, and don't wait too long. The longer you wait, the less time you have. If you're scared, just say you're scared. We'll help you overcome that fear. We'll put a lion and a wolf in that chest of yours. PlayStation Frontline, you're a brother. Well, listen, PlayStation Frontline, hit the StreamYard link. Come talk with your brothers. We want to hear what you have to say. You got something to say? Let's talk about it. So if you're a brother, click the link. It's a lot easier than typing away saying that you're a brother when you can just vocally tell us you're a brother. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Let's see if he's going to come up. When he come up, I'll let him in. Let me go over here right quick. Let's get this story right here. Oh, Salaki, hold up. Wait.
Based on Mr.
Story, hold up. Hey, Trooper, you was holding something for me?
Con out of Wakan, sir.
Damn, I forgot all about that. Yeah, and I done took Chud the Builder down. Hit that scripture for me right quick, though.
Con out of Wakan, sir. This is Zechariah chapter 11 and verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
We know this happens in this society all the time. In this sinful kingdom that the Lord said he is going to destroy. God's people are hid in prison houses. We are all throughout the ghettos, the barrios, you understand? All throughout the reservations. These people do us great harm and they hold themselves what?
Not guilty.
They hold themselves not guilty. Every time they go to court, the people are held not guilty. How many brothers have been unalived doing traffic stops and the police have been held not guilty? This Bible is real, man. It's real. Got Officer Picard. Shalom, y'all about Shimmy out
All
shot.
ended.
Officer Picard, you there? He must be having communication issues. But it's Tawada. Hey, Tawada, Trooper, no sweat. I hadn't moved past it, but man, that's just more proof we are in this sinful kingdom. Because everything that the Bible says concerning it has come to pass. You can see it. You understand?
Right.
Yeah. So check this out, Officer Ashar. You hadn't seen this. Check this out. Now listen to the verbiage in here. Check this. This is crazy, man. Not really crazy if you know Esau, but let's check it out.
Based on Mr. Gathwright's age, physical abilities, things like that, do you think that the prison would benefit from him in a work capacity if he were sentenced to life without parole?
I say yes, with my experience, not only just in classification, but as former warden and even as a jail administrator. He's someone that's young, he's healthy. In reality, we need that labor, we need that sweat equity, and we will put him out there to work because we do have an aging prison population, jail administration, we have that. So we put these young individuals to work and get some sweat equity out of them since they are young and actually can do the work.
And we talk about life without parole and death row, but for our jurors' education, in Florida, what does a life sentence without parole mean?
A life sentence in the Florida Department of Corrections means from the minute they're brought in, they're assigned an inmate number. He will be assigned an inmate number, and when he dies and leaves in a body bag, he will still have that inmate number. An inmate serving life will never, ever get out. There is no parole in the state of Florida, and they're not ever allowed outside the razor wire and the fence of a secure facility.
It's a lot here.
You got it out of one.
Can one of y'all get that scripture in Deuteronomy where they show no regards to the young or the old?
Come on, sir. Trooper, you know where it's at? I got it.
Live, sir. I don't. But you
Okay,
can
no
tell me
sweat.
if you want me to read it, sir.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
Did you see what they just said? That's how you know Esau, that damn YT man, they don't give a damn about how old you are, young or old. They want you to get that labor in, put in that work for them, to keep them rich and on top. Because they think that this empire ain't gonna last forever. When this empire ain't gonna last forever. But they don't give a damn if you young or old. They just want you to slave for them, for the work for them, as long as they get paid off you. They don't give a damn about this brother. You got it.
And they're going to do it the best way they know how, by passing laws, right? Because slavery used to be legal. Catching a black or Native American was legal, and putting them into slavery was legal. Now in 2026, slavery is not legal unless it is abide by the laws. Now in my hand, I don't know if you can see, it's a little blurry, it's not capturing it, but I have a little pocket-sized U.S. Constitution, right? And the 13th Amendment allows for this young man to be called sweat equity.
Damn.
It says here, the Amendment 13 about the abolition of slavery was proposed on January 31st, 1865, and ratified on December 6, 1865. It says, neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. This sweat equity is how they get this slavery back, right? Convicting brothers, and the fact that he called him or used the phrase sweat equity should already send red flags in your brain, signals in your brain that something isn't right, that he is looking forward to that servitude, that forced labor, that slavery. And because we commit these crimes, whatever crime he committed, this warden is excited because he has a new slave on his plantation and he can get work out of this young man. He's gonna get this young man to break his back with that sweat equity, that free labor. And we have no power to stop it. The only thing that we can do is have brothers like Captain Zakar, like Officer Yaramak, like Officer Lahab go into these prisons to help these young men change their lives. But until we get there, they're going to be treated like sweat equity, like cattle.
Hey, Trooper, give me Wisdom of Solomon 2:11. What y'all saying, man? Is super heavy, man. These people do not regard you, Israel. When are we going to learn not to offend their laws? If we don't offend our own God's laws, we don't have to worry about offending their laws. Right. Because our God's laws is the highest authority. You understand? That's why the Lord wanted to make you priests. That's why he wanted to make you kings in the earth. What did he say? He say, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because that you reject knowledge. Therefore, you shall be no priest to me. What knowledge do we reject? The truth of the Bible. Not what your pastor said. Not what some lying politician says. But the truth of the Bible in practicality. You understand? How to love one another in this brotherhood. Trooper, you got it?
Khan, I'm there, sir.
Okay, read that for me right quick.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 11. Let our strength be the law of justice.
Let our strength be what?
The law of justice.
Also, Ashar just read to you out of their constitution what they consider to be justice. They want you to be slaves, Israel. If you're a black man, Latino man, a Native American man, that's what your future looks like, to be joined to this place and to be sinning against the Lord. You understand? I yield with that. Anybody had anything else they want to say? I'm gonna take a look at this.
Salakia. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shabbat Bakar. It's off to Bakar. Hey, I just want to tap in on this subject, man, because I mean, the term sweat equity, it sounds surprising, you know what I'm saying, sometimes to a lot of people. But, this is something that has been going on since emancipation, so to speak. If you look at all the black codes, right, the vagrancy laws, I believe the vagrancy laws, I believe this is what Officer Asher Gapon was talking about when he said he pulling out the Constitution, right? You know what I'm saying? Your slavery is as simple as a stroke of the pen. You understand me? So all they had to do was just write it into law and say, hey, if you breaking the law, we can put you inside, you know what I'm saying, the pen. And, of course, in the pen, you're going to work. You know what I'm saying? You're going to do slave work. And they will lock you away for something as simple as vagrancy. And vagrancy is something that I believe is as simple as not having a job. Okay. If you ever remember the ghetto back in the day, in front of the stores, you see a lot of signs, a lot of like writing on the wall that says no loitering. That was a law that was created. That was a direct result of emancipation. Because just like you see Issachar right now today, hanging out in front of these Home Depots, these gas stations looking for work, a lot of brothers from the tribe of Judah, Reuben, or what have you, they will hang out in front of stores looking for work. And so what they would do is, hey, we're going to make this law called loitering. So if you're hanging out in front of the store, we're not going to pick you up and come in. We're gonna come lock you up and make you work for free. You see what I'm saying? So this is something that's just been going on. And so when he said that, of course they would rather have them brothers out there running around in those fields in hot Florida, you know what I'm saying, running around in those swamps, you know what I'm saying, snake infested swamps. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of brothers, you know what I'm saying, that go in them prisons, man. They don't make it out because of incidents that happen inside the fields. You know what I'm saying? I remember them having me running behind a truck, throwing bales of hay on a truck. You know what I'm saying? They got you out there, you know what I'm saying, in places, you know what I'm saying, that's filled with snakes. In the summertime in Florida, you're weed eating. You know what I'm saying? You going into places that the normal man won't even go to. You know what I'm saying? And it's because you're a slave of the state. And so that's just what I wanted to say about that, man. It's an evil thing, but this is what they're doing to a lot of our brothers. You know, you're not just laying up in 3 hots in a cot. A lot of folks believe that it's just 3 hots in the cots. You know what I'm saying? And you're slinging knives all day. Nah, man. If you ever seen life, I mean, that's still going on right now. Brothers still out in their fields. You know what I'm saying? They slinging sling blades. And they doing all this different type of stuff. The stuff that you see get done, all these ditches and all this other stuff, that's slave labor. It's lucky. I yield.
And listen, the more you want to not follow the Lord, the more our people are going to be right where this young man is. Going to be right in the same position, being looked at. Going to have white people, going to have the white T man looking at you like a wolf looks at a pig. With drool on their mouth because they're going to profit greatly off of that sweat equity.
Yeah, right.
If you don't want to be looked at as sweat equity, you should change your life. You should Google ISUPK, find the nearest school to you, and let those brothers know that you don't want to be sweat equity. And what do you have to do to be a priest of the Lord?
Officer Shaw, I sent you a message. Did you see it? Officer Shaw.
Yeah, let's talk about the cemetery.
Cemetery, all right.
Yeah.
Let me get over there. I'm going to read it. Take this off the screen right here. God. All right. Let me get over here to it. Man, that Audemars watch, that's kind of interesting too. What that's all about. All right. Salaki Israel, bad with us, man. You know. All right, here we go. I would put it up. I don't my screen, my phone is not hooked up with my computer right off the bat, so I'm just gonna read it off my phone. Black History Cemetery vandalized with Trump DeSantis spray painted on graves. Police are investigating and searching for who are responsible after a historic, predominantly African American cemetery was vandalized on Florida's Gulf Coast. There were 17 grave sites damaged, headstones knocked over, and the names Trump, referring to President Donald Trump, and DeSantis, referring to Governor Ronald DeSantis, spray painted in red on tombs, according to the Facebook post of the Monte County Sheriff's Office. Detectives believe the vandalism at Old Memphis Cemetery in Palmetto, south of Tampa, occurred within the past few weeks. The cemetery was established in 1904 for Black residents of Palmetto's Memphis neighborhoods, Lockett. The sheriff's office is offering a $1,000 reward for information that can help lead to the arrest, and an additional up to $3,000 from Crime Stoppers of Mante County. No arrests have been made, and the investigation remains ongoing.
Okay, that's Palmetto, Florida, and Manatee County.
Palmetto, Florida. No. No. Panate. Manate, Salakia.
Oh, Manatee
County. Salakia, man. I've been over here in the French part of Louisiana for the
that's why I'm helping you out, because you know that French, got a lot of X's and E's and O's and stuff. I wouldn't be able to pronounce that, but being that I'm from Florida, I know those counties, so that's why I just chimed in to help you out with that.
Okay, Con, I appreciate it. Manatee County. You know, I'm from Illinois, way up north. You understand? I've been here 20 years though. But Manatee County, no arrests have been made, and the investigation remains ongoing. According to the news sources, Rudders Glenn Sears, 77, says he felt extreme anger over the incident because he says it's where several of his family members are buried. When you look and you see DeSantis and Trump sprayed on the vault, it makes you wonder if it's politically motivated. What? If it's politically motivated, and I tend to believe it is, Sears says. The White House has issued a statement condemning the incident, according to Reuters. Anyone who engages in the disgusting behavior must be condemned in the harshest terms possible. White House spokesman Dave Ingalls says in a statement, a spokesperson for DeSantis did not immediately respond to the request for comment. Adrena Love Freeman said Wednesday that she visited her father's grave and discovered the headstones had been removed. I just thought it was evil. It was just not right, said Love Freeman, standing beside the grave of her father, a World War II veteran who died in 1970. Anyone with information regarding the incident is urged to contact the Manatee County Sheriff's Office at 941-747-3011. That's 941-747-3011. Salakia. That's it on that.
If I
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, if I can, real quick. They said they don't know if it's politically motivated.
Right.
in my opinion, I have to say it's not politically motivated. It's racially motivated. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it could be. You know what I'm saying? Because why else would what did they do? Spray paint Trump on some of those stone heads and whatnot, grave heads or whatever, tombstones, Slovakia. They spray paint Trump. So it's clearly, yes, I would say it's politically, and it's, of course, white supremacists, trying to flex their muscles and saying that we hate, niggas, basically. You know what I'm saying? What else could it be?
Well, listen, they just... what happened with the Voting Rights Act recently?
You talking about them redissecting and redirecting the
Yes. Didn't something happen with the Voting Rights Act recently?
If I'm not mistaken, right, what they did was they did some rezoning. So they took the power, what would be the power of the black vote, and they dissected it amongst, you know what I'm saying, to where, you know, they rezoned it to where it'll be more white folks included in that zone. Like for instance, let me see how I could explain this. Like in New York, right? Maybe like Harlem, they would divide Harlem up, their voting section, into different parts of Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? To split Harlem like maybe in 3 ways, so they can zone it up amongst more Edomites.
Got it. With like the gerrymandering and the redlining.
Right.
Right, except in reverse.
Got it. This is racially and politically motivated. The whole purpose of having the Voters' Rights Act was, right, it helped black people as people of color be able to register to vote, be able to vote, to protect them against things like this. I have it right here. To protect us, to help with register to vote and voting, getting black officials elected, serving in local and state federal government, right? Gain greater political influence. With this new case that came on, I think it was in Tennessee, right? In Nashville? Wasn't it in Nashville? Right?
Come on.
It limits this. Right? You got this gravesite being desecrated and vandalized when it's a majority of black people being buried in there. You had what was it? Didn't Trump have removed some plaques? I think in Philadelphia and Pennsylvania.
Come on, that's what I heard.
Right? This is all racially motivated. It's all politically motivated. You think black people are going to go to a gravesite where their grandmother's buried and desecrate their grandmother's grave and everyone else's grave?
Hell no.
No. This is definitely 100% politically and racially motivated. Because what other reason is there? Why wasn't it done before Trump was elected president? Again, why wasn't it done before this whole Tennessee scandals going on? Right? It's all happening in the most beautiful timing. So that way, black and Hispanic people and Native Americans, again, I don't know how many times we have to say it, America does not love you at all. That's why Americans, these white tea Americans, are going to do as they please. They're going to work you to the bone in the prison system. They're going to separate and they're going to separate and rezone your community so that way your power that you had by the Voting Rights Act of 1965 is null and void. They'll start taking away your black caucus, so where there is no more black caucus, there aren't going to be any more black politicians and Hispanic politicians and Native American politicians, because they're just going to find ways, use the Constitution, use these amendments, use the laws in your state to make sure you have less and less power. This is why, man. This is why you need the ISUPK in every single state and city. Because without the ISUPK, you don't know what to do. And you're going to do things that are going to bring more harm to the Black, Hispanic, and Native American community. You know what this is going to lead to? This is going to lead to Black, Hispanic, and Native American people thinking that they can do the things that other races of people can do. By destroying things, by rioting, by fighting, by unaliving law enforcement. Listen, this is not how we fight. How we fight, how we get revenge from our graveyards from being desecrated, is that we turn to the Lord and we let the Lord make these people be unalive while eating their Fruity Pebbles in the morning. While they're walking up the steps, taking off their belt to go molest their child, they'll fall backwards and break their neck. Right? Let the Lord get this vengeance. And all you got to do is just turn to the Lord.
Yeah, right.
Stop worrying about America. Stop worrying about Kardashians and hip hop and love, and stop worrying about all these things that do nothing to save your people. But you know what you should worry about? You should worry about how you're going to eat. And you know who can provide that? The Lord. The Lord can provide you ways of how to eat. You know how you can worry about your communities being safe? by turning back to the Lord. And you can have men like us brothers right here patrolling your community and making sure it's safe. And all you got to do is turn to the Lord. You don't have to worry about visiting your great grandmother's grave and having her tombstone broken in half because
Right.
some wild cave dweller decided that it would be a good joke and a good prank to destroy and desecrate where your loved ones have been laid to rest.
Damn right. If we get that scripture, you brought out some heavy points right quick, Shaw. Like we get the scripture where it shows, Lord is our witness.
What you want, sir?
That scripture, what the Lord said, the Lord is our vengeance.
Come.
You know what I said, Trooper? I'm holding something, man. This kind of heavy right here. This just one what also Shaka Khan was talking about, man. It's kind of heavy. I'm just gonna read a couple of paragraphs out of it. Let me know. You want to get that scripture first out of one?
Yeah, I think it's Romans 12 and 19. If that's the one you want.
You got it, Trooper? I got you out of one. You said 12 and 19?
Yeah. Romans 12 and 19.
Come, I got you. Get over there. It's the book of Romans, chapter 12. Salakia.
And then after that, read Psalms 94 and 1.
Come. The book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves.
What?
Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves.
Listen, your grandmother's grave got desecrated, right? They're rezoning your area so where you can have no power, you have no say, right? You don't know what resources you're going to lose. You don't know what after-school centers the children over there rely on. You don't know what resources give funding to those schools to feed your children breakfast and lunch while they're at school, right? You don't know what's going to happen. Don't avenge not yourself. That brother that's being called sweat equity, don't get angry. Don't try to seek vengeance, right? Keep going.
But rather give unto wrath.
But rather give place unto wrath.
Place, Salakia.
No, it's okay. And you know where's the best place to put this wrath that you have? Give it to the Lord.
God.
Do it by being obedient. Let the Lord see how angry you are and how committed you are to obey him. And let the Lord take that wrath from you. All the destruction America has done around the world, but more importantly, right here in South Central and Caribbean America, you know how much destruction America has done to the children of God? Give that wrath all to the Lord. Place it right there on the Lord's lap. Keep going.
For it is written, vengeance is mine, and I will repay.
Because the Lord said, vengeance is his, and he's going to repay it. We know what the Lord can do. Look what the Lord did to the Egyptians, right? We know what the Lord can do. Look what the Lord allowed happen when Haman was trying to unalive Mordecai and the Jews, right? We know what the Lord can do. We know that the Lord can bring people up back from the dead. We know that the Lord can split seas, right? We know the devastation. The Lord can allow ice come from the heavens and fire come from the ground at the same exact time. We know that the Lord can open up the earth and swallow the wicked and then close it right back up. Have y'all ever thought about it? What happens to them? What happened to Korah and them that got swallowed up by the earth? Are they just falling perpetually into darkness? Or did the earth just come together and squash them like a PB&J sandwich? Right? Let the Lord repay America. Give God your wrath. and serve him with obedience, right? Like if you can go to the book of Psalms chapter 94 and 1.
I got you.
Right here.
Yes, sir.
If I can too, we got to get the other scripture where the Lord say he feed the animals. I'm paraphrasing, but he feed even the birds and every goddamn thing.
Come on, sir.
John, I got you. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 94, verse 1. O Lord God, to whom vengeance belongeth.
There we go again. Vengeance. This is, I believe this is King David speaking. He's saying, oh my power, who vengeance belongs. Vengeance belongs to you. Keep going.
O God, to whom vengeance belongeth.
He says it twice. He says it twice. O Lord, who vengeance belongeth. O Lord, who vengeance belongeth. And what's the last two words there?
Show thyself.
We should demand, we want to demand the Lord to show thyself. And the only way the Lord will listen is by you being obedient, by me being obedient, by all of us being obedient. How can we command the Lord to do something if we're not proving to him that he should do this in our favor, in our name, right? We were suffering in Egypt, and the Lord heard our cries and allowed Moses to free us, right? The Lord heard our sufferings, saw what was going on in Israel, and allowed Christ to come to us and show us what we need to do. How are we going to demand the Lord to do something if we can't do what he demands of us? You want vengeance on earth? Then prove to God that you deserve it. Jacob in his dream had fought and wrestled with an angel and got that blessing, got his name changed. What are you going to do? What are we going to do as a people?
Heavy.
What are we going to do? I'm demanding the Lord to take vengeance. How are we going to get the Lord to listen now?
If I could, let me read verse 2. Lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth. Render a reward to the proud.
Right.
Man, this is David, man, asking the Lord, man, to not hide himself from the troubles that you blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics are going through. But what you first got to realize, you are not coming to the Most High God. You are not doing what he is asking of you to do. So how can he help you?
Right.
If you're not going to do what he asks you to do, which is simple. If you can serve your oppressor, you can't have two masters. If you can't serve your oppressor, if you can serve your oppressor, then you can't serve the Most High God. You cannot serve two masters. You got it, sir.
You got to pick one. And if you get on the Matthew 6 and 26, that's the one Officer Matabar was talking about. You can't expect the Lord to save you. That's one thing I don't understand with Christians. They Christians wholeheartedly believe that they're saved saved in Christ, that the Lord listens to them, that the Lord will heal the Lord knows their heart, the Lord gives them what they need. The Lord doesn't listen to sinners.
Right.
How is the Lord going to listen to you when you cry out for him if you are not doing the things he needs you to do? That's like, being a parent. I'm a soon-to-be father. Thank the Most High, right?
Right, Christ.
How can you expect to get that PlayStation 5 from your pops if you're not getting good grades like your pops told you to do? How are you supposed to get that new makeup set or those new gold hoop earrings from your mom if you're not doing what your mom told you to do? How are we going to expect God to free us from this captivity, to free us from this hell, if we are not doing what God told us to do? God is not going to take vengeance on disobedient children. God is not going to take vengeance for disobedience children. Salakia for that word slip up. God is not going to avenge his children if we're being disobedient, but if we start obeying God, maybe God will listen when we say to show himself. Maybe God will send a tornado over Washington, D.C., over the White House. Maybe God will allow another hurricane to flood the west coast of California, or to flood the stock exchange here in New York City. Maybe if we obey God, he might show himself when we cry out to him. You got that scripture?
Come on, I got it. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 29.
26, verse 26.
The book of Matthew,
Chapter 6,
verse 26. I got you.
Yes, please, Baba Shah.
Behold, the fowls of the air,
the birds,
for they sow not.
They don't harvest, they don't plant, they don't dig in the earth and make straight lines to plant corn and all types of stuff.
Neither do they reap.
And at the end of the year, when it's time to gather all of this, they don't gather the corn off the stalk. They don't take the oranges off the trees. They don't gather the grapes off the vines. Keep going.
Nor do they gather into barns.
They're not putting them into the barns for safekeeping, right? Keep going.
Yet your heavenly Father feedeth them.
But yet, birds somehow find a way to have food. How can birds not do the things that we do in order to eat, but they somehow can still get fed? Keep going.
Are you not much better than they?
I don't know about you viewers, but I am much better than a chicken. I am much better than a pigeon. So if these birds don't feed themselves, and I'm being asked by Christ, aren't I better than they? So that should mean that the Lord will also feed me too. If the Lord can feed these chickens, and they were never given the laws, statutes, and commandments to obey him, but we were, what don't you think God can do for us? Giving us the crumbs is something so small. How about freedom? How about not having to step over crack pipes and empty heroin baggies on the sidewalks? How about not having to worry about your children being molested, right? How about not having to wake up and have a crucifix being burned in your front lawn? Or having your door kicked in because ICE is there to round you all up and deport you to a country you've never been to, that you don't even remember, to a place where you don't speak the language. Don't you think the Lord can do more than just feed chickens? And we're better than chickens? What do you lack in your imagination when you think about what God can do for us? And all we got to do is obey. All we got to do is not eat crab, not eat pork. All we got to do is not commit adultery and not steal and lie from each other. All we got to do is not marry white women and African women. All we got to do is not serve their gods in Christianity and Islam. Imagine what the Lord can do for us if the Lord can feed those pigeons every single day. If the Lord can feed those sparrows every single day. Imagine what the Lord can feed us.
Damn right.
Anything else?
Imagine if we just love one another and stop loving your oppressor.
Right.
Loving these other nations. Imagine how much we could build together if you don't get mad at the brother for stepping on your shoe.
Right.
If you're not in the neighborhood slinging dope to one another, destroying your own community while they come up off us. Imagine you not supporting their goddamn stores and supporting your own goddamn people.
Get 1 John chapter 4, verse 20. Go ahead, Sluggy, sir.
No, imagine if we support one another instead of going to their stores supporting them.
Right.
Imagine how much we could have if Negroes wasn't so selfish if our women wasn't so selfish. Imagine all the things we could have then. But you sit in a goddamn Christian church where it tell you, oh, God love everybody. He still, so you think God love you and everybody, the people that still beating us down today, still enslaving us today, still got us going against one another, or they thrive off us. And at the same time they thrive off us, they still hate you. They don't give a damn about you. We see this every day. But your Christian church tell you, let's all love one another. They got the same doctrine like Martin Luther King had. Same doctrine. That's all coming together, and he regretted it in the end. It took the end for him to regret it. Well, he should have knew this from the jump. You got it.
Right. Can you read that scripture, Bubba Shaw?
Come on, Con, I got it. It's the book of 1 John, chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say, I love God.
And that's what Catholics say. Catholics say, I love God. Christians say, I love God. Muslims say, I love God. Keep going.
And hateth his brother.
And what?
And hateth his brother.
So you're telling me you have one brother who's in Christianity and one brother that's in Islam, and they hate each other because they think each other's religions is wrong, but they both love God, but they hate each other. You're telling me a Mexican and a Guatemalan, they both love God, but they hate each other even though they stand in front of Home Depot together looking for work. You telling me a Haitian and a Dominican that live on the same damn island,
damn,
they look the same. One could be light skinned, one could be dark skinned. One could be Dominican dark, one could be Haitian dark. One could be Dominican light skinned, one could be Haitian light skinned. And they love God, but they hate each other. And they look just the same. How can you say you love God and hate your brother at the same time? Keep going, Baba Gasha.
He is a liar.
All you Christians that say you love God, but you hate your brother. You hate your neighbor that's black. You hate your best friend, sister that's Hispanic. You hate your teacher who's a Native American. How can you say you love God but hate the people that look like you, that have been oppressed by like you, that have gone through the same struggles just like you? You are a liar. You're a liar. Keep going, Baba Shah.
For he that loveth not his brother,
because if you don't love your brother, if you don't love your sister, keep going,
whom he has seen,
and you see them every day, you see them online in front of Home Depot and Lowe's trying to hustle and get jobs just like you.
Damn.
Trying to undercut each other for the day's pay, just like you. So that way they could feed their families just like you. You see them every single day. Keep going.
How can he love God?
How are you going to say you love God? How are you going to say you love God? No one has ever seen God on earth. No one. The Most High Power has never set foot on earth. But you love him and you've never seen him. Some of y'all, I don't even really think you believe in God, but you say you love God. But you see your brother every single day at the pizza shop, at the fried chicken spot, at the barber shop, waiting to get your fresh shape up and edge up, right? You see your brothers. Y'all waiting online at Foot Locker and Champs trying to cop the new LeBrons and the retro Kobe's. Y'all see each other all the time, but you hate each other. But you love God. You're all liars. And you prove that you're a liar every single day. When you look at your brother with anger, with hate, with disgust, you're a liar. And that's because the Christian church has taught you to hate your brother. The Catholic Church has taught you to hate your brother. Islam has gotten you to join a religion made by people who oppressed you. And now you become a liar because you hate your brothers.
Right. And you know what the propaganda is? Negroes is taught to hate Latinos because they claim, oh, they come to take our jobs. When the one over the job is the goddamn oppressor.
Right, right.
Listen,
You ain't get
oppressor,
mad at the guy. Go ahead, Salaki, you got it.
the oppressor knows, okay, that we have a stigma that black people in America are lazy. So if the oppressor thinks that you're lazy and doesn't want to pay you $25 an hour to be lazy, don't you think he's going to get someone who's going to work harder and also pay them less than you? Hispanics are not coming to take your jobs. White people, Americans and American companies and corporations are looking for cheaper labor that can be done better. They're pitting you against yourself. They're pitting us against our brothers and sisters. Because why would Hispanics come to America if not for the idea or the illusion that they can make it better, they can have a better life in America, that they can protect their families in America, that they can make money in America to send back home because back home is destroyed because of America. Hispanics don't want to steal jobs from black people. Hispanics just want to come over here and try to get a better life, just like black people want to have a better life and have been fighting for better lives here in this country for centuries. Right. We're all being played together. We're all being pitted against one another. And the moment we can see, imagine if black people and Hispanic people decided to come sit down at the table together. Listen, they want to pay us $25 and want us to work 10 hours a day and make us do all this strenuous work. And you have a Mexican brother and a brother from Honduras saying, oh, really? Well, they want us to do your work and then more and only pay us less. Imagine if y'all both say no. Y'all going to give us the right amount of work for the right amount of pay. Right. You can force the oppressor to do what you want them to do. But that's never going to happen because we are crying for the Lord to show his face when our people are not doing anything for the Lord to show his face.
Right. And that's where the mind fuckery come in. They say Negroes lazy. They don't how Negroes lazy when they've been slaving for you for over 400 and something years for free.
For free.
Right. For free. So how they lazy? How are Latino brothers and sisters trying to steal your jobs when we got mind fucked to believe we should go against each other over goddamn slavery that your oppressor is over? We all been slaving for free. We all been in this boat together. You black, Latino, Native American, we all been in this boat together. So they play these mind games with you. That's what they do. That's why they get us to go against each other. Oh, he come to steal my job. And Negroes, you got Negroes. Oh yeah, he was trying to steal the job. They over here and do. No, we all the same people. You don't never look at your oppressor as being wrong. You don't want to say your oppressor wrong for using us. They use us for the same goddamn type of work. We all lumped in the boat that we all the same, man. They played us all. They get free labor out of us all. They underpay us all. When we way more value than what they say, we more value than no, we like precious gold.
Like fine gold.
Like fine gold. We way more valuable than that. But we all get lumped into not liking each other. Oh, he tried to steal his job. Oh, they trying to steal. That's the mindset they play on you. They want to make all of us work harder just to work for them. That's a way to make all of us work harder just to work for them, to see who gonna be the best. We all the same. When we supposed to be above all these nations. But your oppressor tricked you up with that. then they make us go against each other. For what? For some pennies? For some crumbs? Because we still get the same crumbs and pennies, where they get billions, where they get rich. They got goddamn streets, states, land, everything named after them. What you get? You get a couple crumbs. You get a paycheck just to provide for your family. For us to go against each other, that's crazy. We supposed to be one body, one accord. That's what these scriptures are so important about. Because the Lord showed us we supposed to come together. But when you go against these scriptures, the Lord gonna punish you. When you follow after these heathen nations, follow after their ways, the Lord gonna punish you. We supposed to come together. Like two sticks supposed to be one.
Damn right.
You got it.
Salaki, what I was gonna say, man, is do you want to just survive? Is that all you want? You just want to survive, and you want to attempt to be equal. You have not been equal for 70 years. You have not been equal since the 50s, when they first started putting a plan against you called civil rights. Planned Parenthood came in. Heroin came in. Crack cocaine came in. Redlining came in. All of these things, man, to keep you subservient beneath the people that you want to achieve, to aspire to be like, or to be equal to. When the Lord said, you, black man, Native American man, and Hispanic man, you are the salt of the earth. He said, you are a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God chose you to be a special people above all people that are upon the face of the earth. And all you want to do is vote. Try to get along. Listen, man, the Lord will destroy this place like he did Egypt.
Right.
Black man, Native American man, Hispanic man, let me tell you this. Paul said, you have a zeal for God, but not according to knowledge. You know that the Lord destroyed Pharaoh, but because you reverence the people that hate you and you want to be equal to them so bad, you cannot see that the Lord chose you to be above them. You can't see that. You can't see that the Lord wants you to get in the book that he left for us. This book is only for you. It's not for anybody else. You think it's strange that he left this book, or you think this book is for everybody. This book is for you to wake up. Black man, Native American man, Hispanic man, you that are the scum of the earth, according to what the rest of the nations believe. Wake up, man. Wake up. Get into this truth. Understand this truth. Support the truth. If you ain't got the heart to tell the YT man he is the devil that the Bible speaks of, get in this truth and support the brothers that are. Pay your tithes to Commander General Yohana and the brothers that's willing to go out on the street and tell wake our people up and tell the oppressor that he is the devil. I yield with that, man. I ain't got much more than that. Got something else out of one? I don't know if y'all want to go into this other story with the so-called Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, or y'all want to let it ride. We are about at 2 hours now. Hour and 53 minutes. What you want to do out of one?
I know for me, I'm gonna have to get off. Got a slave in the morning, 2 slaves in the morning.
Damn.
So y'all gotta seriously start obeying the Lord so he can show his face.
Brother say you got a slave on the oppressor's Sunday. You understand? That's wild. But also, Shah Kapan, man, I appreciate you coming in, man.
I know, sweat. Thank you for having me.
Damn right, man. Man, I appreciate you, brother. The water for your work. God.
All y'all too, man. We all working hard. We all working hard in the ISUPK.
Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. Damn right. All right, Adawan, what you want to do, also Bar? You want to keep rolling? Also, Ashar said he got to get up in the morning. Go to this damn slavery.
Both of them. One right after the other.
Damn, hell yeah. I know how it is, man. That shit. I got a slavery and a business. So shit, I know how it is. But this truth come first. This is my job right here.
Right.
You know, that other shit I do, that's a slavery. That's to try to maintain the home and, you know, do stuff with the rib and, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the other, man. But, man, this right here is the joy. This is
why?
Job. You got it, Adawan.
And you know why? Because if the Lord can feed these birds, then I know by putting this truth first, the Lord can feed us too.
Damn right. Damn right.
I'm gonna let y'all go now. Adawan, Akim, Shalom Shabbat. Thank you for having me. Lord willing, I'll see y'all next Saturday.
Khan. Shalom, B'Shukatah.
Shalom Shabbat.
Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shabbat.
What you want to do, also, Bar? You want to go in this last one, or you want to let it roll?
Yeah, man, we keep rolling. I mean, as long as you good, shit, if you good.
All right, let me pull this up. This is Dr. Cheyenne. Hey, let's see. Also, Picard, you know about Dr. Cheyenne? They've been all online accused of lying about her doctorate.
I'm gonna tell you what I do know.
Hold up, Salaki, also Picard, hold up. We got somebody just came on, look like he in the club. I can't understand what his name is. Hey, what's going on, man? You got a question or a comment? You got a question or a comment? Oh, he in the club, man. He's just chilling. Hold up, let me see if we pull some more people up on TikTok. Y'all know how we do. What else your side at right about now?
I'm gonna give him a call right quick. I'm gonna step out and give him a call.
They partying, man. Let me
Yeah, he don't want no nothing. He want no party.
Yeah,
but yeah, if you got more people want to come up.
Give me a second, Adawan. Let me see what to do with this right here. What the hell? I'm trying to see how to do this shit. Oh, I see it. I got it. Hell no. Man, look, I'm about to end TikTok. I don't even know how to cut it off.
You got the TikTok on the stream yard? Or running on something else?
TikTok. I mean, they're on the stream, y'all. Look, man, I'm just gonna end this shit and restart it. So lock it. I couldn't figure out how to get in the hell out of there. Seemed like I made him a co-host some kind of damn way. Ooh. Oh, this ain't no class. We ain't getting no new follows. We got some viewers.
Hey, yeah. He ain't answer, but man, we good. We can tackle him.
Hold up. No. I just I'm gonna have to start TikTok all over again. Bear with me. Let me start. I had to cut that off, Adawan. That nigga was in the club somewhere in the party. Some damn Salakia.
My nigga Bakai, what's going on, man?
Man, I can't call it, man. You know, just one thing after another, sir. But you know, just out here fighting and battling just like everybody else.
Warfare.
Lahab, you good over there?
I think he gone.
Lahab's still up here.
He quit reading. He up here, but he gone. He probably sleep or something.
No, I'm here, Adawan. I was dealing with the baby. Salakia, sir.
My bad. Well, I was stepping in and out. Hey,
Lahab, man, he read. Hey, look, Officer Lahab, I mean Officer Salaki. Trooper Lahab had me in this bitch reading.
My bad,
You
Ottawa.
know I go with the baby. Nigga. I got my grandson, so that's why I was stepping in and out.
All right, I'm about to start it over. Let me restart the TikTok right quick.
If you want to, you can end the YouTube, but still stay on the TikTok.
Ain't nobody on TikTok, I don't want.
Oh, they ain't on that?
Ain't nobody on
I
there
thought you
yet.
said somebody was trying to come up.
Yeah, but he had some party. He was in the club. He was a Hispanic in the club. I'm glad he tuned in, but I ain't know how to shut him out, man. Some kind of way I made him a co-host. I don't know how that happened. So Salaki, I'm starting now. All right. The new live started. All right. Also Picard, you were saying something, Salaki, concerning that Dr. Cheyenne?
Yeah, so I don't really know much about it. I just heard what Jenna Muhammad said about it. You know, as far as her having a doctorate. Okay, so apparently a doctorate, you know what I'm saying, a doctoral degree. The confusion is that you're not really a doctor, okay, in a general sense, right? And so all the doctoral or doctorate degree is, from what I learned in class, is just you researching something that nobody else has researched, and you make a thesis on it, and you're able to get your doctoral degree. You're not a real doctor that, you know what I'm saying, studies, you know what I'm saying, like brains, or like a brain surgeon or no jazz like that. Right. It's just, you know what I'm saying, it's just like a title that you get from researching something that nobody else has researched and making a thesis on it, so to speak. Like, for instance, if I was to if nobody ever researched autism, you know what I'm saying, on autism coming from let's say what do you call them things that you get for the COVID vaccines. If I was to research and put together why I believe, you know what I'm saying, autism comes from vaccines and whatnot, if nobody else has researched that and put together a thesis on it, I can get my doctoral degree or whatever, a doctorate on that, so to speak, you know what I'm saying, in short. That's basically what it is. And so I think that's probably what the whole debacle is with the sister, that she's not really a doctor, but she has a doctoral degree. Just like Dr. Martin Luther King wasn't really a doctor, you know what I'm saying, but he had Dr. Martin Luther King, you know what I'm saying.
Salaki, let me ask you though, a doctoral, can you get that from any accredited college? Or how do you get a doctoral when you write the thesis?
It has to come from a college, from what I assume, right? Okay. You know what I'm saying? But you're not a doctor in the general sense of being like, you can come get a checkup.
Right. Like you were an undergrad. You participated in the undergrad program. You know, you of course got your master's and all of that. I understand what you're saying concerning that. What's the other question I had? The doctorate, the doctoral. So the doctoral is not necessarily a doctorate.
From what I understand, that, hey, I can't go much deeper in it than what I just said. Any deeper would be me just guessing. You know what I'm saying?
It's too wild. Because look, she finna tell us the exact same thing. So we just gonna kind of listen to what she got to say, man. Did you hear her on the Breakfast Club?
I did. The way I found out about it was General Muhammad in class. Literally, that's how I found out about it.
Okay, Most High Christ. All right, look. All right, so we're gonna listen to this little short clip. Damn, I don't think I'm gonna listen to no 3 minutes of this shit right here. But listen to this, and then I got a shorter clip on Breakfast Club. Hey, y'all just let me know if y'all want to interject. You want to say anything?
I'm down to listen to whatever you play. Okay, and I'll go afterwards.
Okay, Most High in Christ. So we're gonna play this right quick. You said something out of one? Salakia. Hold up. I thought I shared it. It didn't. There you go. All right, here we go.
People can't find the conversation about your doctorate because people can't find your dissertation online.
Mm-hmm.
How are you responding to that in this new era of your life?
I'm going to clear it up once on here. Mm-hmm. I'm not doing it again. And I'm clearing it up for my doc squad, for my fan base, for my audience who deserve to hear me address it. For the folks who have already made up their mind to not like me or not understand me, listen, I don't give a fuck what your narrative is. I would like for you to recreate it, double down on it, and run that shit. Because I don't give a fuck about it. Now, to my doc squad, my fan base, my folks, you know, my village, it's very simple. I went to a school, Argos University, completed an entire program. I went back online to get my official transcripts because I was applying to a law school many years ago to be a professor there. And I had to provide my transcripts, right, to get hired. And I went to contact the school and say, hey, I need my official transcripts. I need my entire thing. And there was no school. I was like, okay, I'm confused. I Google. It says this school has been shut down. I said, oh, well, they got to have records. I mean, they were accredited when I attended the school. They were accredited when I finished the program. I go and look, there is a third party that has a record. So I contact the third party. That third party only holds records for 2 years. I was past my 2 years. So that means that I had no access to records. And then I contacted, financial aid.
Now, Salagia, this is not the first one I would have gone to. I played the wrong video first, but we're just going to let her rock out with this one. The first one was her online, just kind of push back about everything that the people were saying about she was not a real doctor. So I'm guessing about a week later, she came on this Breakfast Club, and here she is, having thought everything out, and she's presenting what she believes in her mind is the facts. Probably how Martin Luther King really thought him integrating his people in the burning house was facts. You understand? But somebody says something? Okay. Let me let her rock a little more. Salakia.
Can't make up financial aid. It shows that I paid for a doctoral program alongside my master's program and my undergrad program. And they said, we can fully refund you your money under one circumstance. We give you your money back. You don't get credit for not a class, a course, a program you took in this university.
Now, hold up. Let me back up. So you got a university that's going out of business. Say, for instance, they've serviced thousands of people, 100,000 people. They're going to go out of business, and they're going to leave their records up to a third party without letting the people know that came through their programs that they were going out of business. Now, there's going to be something else heavy. Let me write this down because I don't want to forget this. Okay. Let her rock some more. Anybody got something to say before I let it rock? Y'all good?
Well, real quick, that just reminds me of like ITT Tech, for instance, right? When ITT Tech went out of business, or whatever the case may be, it was very expensive. To get into ITT Tech, and there's a lot of people that got those credentials from ITT Tech, and they wasn't able to use them anywhere. So that kind of sounds like, where this is going. With that same debacle with ITT Tech, like a lot of people went through there, got different degrees with computers and technology degrees, and that school went out of business. And when that school went out of business, the students wasn't able to use those credentials anywhere. They wasn't able to grandfather those credits over to another college or whatever the case may be. So that sounds like what this might be on.
Okay. All right. Let's listen.
At this institute. So do you want us to refund you? Or do you want us not? I said no. Because I didn't want to risk the chance of them saying, well, we're going to give you back your money, and it wipes out your entire program. Luckily, I had, I do this with all of the schools. I had downloaded from the actual student portal.
Now, hold up. I got to stop. Wait. So she said, they said, we can give you back the money, but that's going to wipe out your entire program. Why would that be? You see, I paid the money because you're willing to give it back to me. You also understand that they went out of business, and you see that I took the program. Why would you wipe my program out just because you gave me my money back? It don't make sense, man.
It really don't make sense. But that is, however, that is what happened with a lot of schools. ITT Tech, for instance,
Okay, Tech, I'm kind of familiar with that.
Yeah, they refunded a lot of guys, right?
Okay.
And so with that refund, I mean, that means, everything that you did, was, furthermore, it was irrelevant, so to speak.
Okay, but hold up though. Is it irrelevant if you have the skills at IT&T Tech? If they showed you how to break a computer down, you know how to break a computer down. That's something you can carry with you, right?
Right.
Okay, hold up. On graduation day, I was going to save this, but I'm going to break this out. On graduation day, when you graduated from ITT Tech, they gave you what we got from the Hebrew Academy, right? A certificate, a paper certificate. You ain't got to go online and try to get that. You got that when you got your cap and your gown. You walked across and you got such and so. That's something else you got to look at too. Right or wrong?
You are definitely right.
Okay.
You have the skills, right? You have the skills. But, hey, that's just like maybe, let's say, a HBCU, for instance, right? And we know this is not true, but they could say, let's say if you graduate from a HBCU or whatever, and you take it to a big corporation, they be like, oh, you graduated from Alabama A&M. We're not going to respect that the same way we would Notre Dame or the University of Alabama or whatever the case may be. It's always that bias there. So, I'm just keeping that in mind.
Okay, yeah, I can understand that 100% if she came on there and said that. But if she actually had the certificate, she would bring that certificate forth and say, look, this is what I got from them. I would think I got this from them. I walked the stage. I put on my cap, my gown. I completed the graduate program. This is what I got. But let's listen on. It's just a little more.
My transcripts at that time, and I was able to get just about all of my transcripts, including up to like dissertation.
Now, hold up. She's a hell of a liar, because a lot of brothers might say, well, damn, she cute as hell. She's articulate. She working the system. But is she a liar? Is she mentally ill because she believes in her own lie? Or is what she's saying true? Which I don't believe what she's saying is true. And she's not a bad looking sister. So let's
not at all. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Hey, you should have said that because you was playing devil's advocate. Now we
hey man, hey, I want her to be the, you know what I'm saying? I want her to be that, you know what I'm saying? But hey, maybe I'm just a sucker now.
No, don't do that. Ain't no brothers in the UPK, no suckers. We got too much counsel to be that.
Right. A hypothetical sucker.
Right. Come on, let's let it rock out. Let's see what she say.
But everything else, there's just no holding take for any of our records, which I think is completely effed up. Just in
they
general.
are going to kill you online this week. They're going to say she has no records, They just want to hate you regardless. But
no, that's fine. And it's not even that there's no records that I don't. These schools.
Hey, what do her necklace say?
I have no idea.
Ooh.
Hold on. I think her brother brought that necklace out and said it said DOC. I know she ain't trying that hard.
Had a third party that carried
DOC?
Yeah. Doctor.
their records only for a limit of 2 years.
No.
So it's not me, it's any student that attended Argosy. But again, it doesn't, how can I say it doesn't affect me because
DOC.
if I chose to go get a license as an LMFT, I have my master's in marriage and child therapist. I have my hours. I can just take that and say, hey, let me submit these for licensure. And I want to go sit for my exam and all I have to do is study. I don't need a doctorate in counseling psychology to go get licensed as a therapist. That's what we're all missing.
We're just now leaving the.
They say she was giving horrible advice. You understand? I don't know much about the sister. It just was a hot topic this week. You understand? I think, I don't know who rib that is or whatever, but So, man, I tell you, one problem, man, that our people got is believing preachers and pastors, and this is what she seems to be, like a preacher or a pastor. Somebody, man, just, lying to get over, just trying to get through, just believing in herself, just trying to make sure she can do what she needs to do to take care of her and her family. When the Lord called us to be a nation of people, man, we got to love one another, Israel. You know what I'm saying? We got to call out the evil amongst one another, and we definitely got to love one another, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in here, man, rocking out with Precinct Officer 5000 Model Bar. We got Precinct Officer Picard in the building. You understand? It's been a great delight to be in here with y'all, brothers. Precinct Officer 5000, Officer Ashar Picard came in here, man. Damn, did I say the brother name right? Ashar Kapan came in here, man, and kicked it with us for a minute. You dig? I think that's about it. Also, Matterbar, you had anything else you want to go into out of one? Also, Matterbar seemed like he out of here. Hey, you want to bring up something, Priest?
Man, y'all brought out a lot of heavy topics tonight, man. I wish I would have had more time to go in them with y'all, man, with the especially with the Julio Fulio case, man. I did want to just reiterate a point. I just want a lot of you youngsters out there to know, man, when you see that, that's reality. You know what I'm saying? Reality is you crying for and begging for your life. Man, look, man, come on up out them streets. Them streets been dead. You understand me? And come inside this ISUPK, man, and live and die for something that you can believe in, man. You know what I'm saying? All that street stuff, man, it ain't worth it, man. Because at the end of the day, you ain't doing nothing but destroying your people. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing about all this drill and all this street stuff is just we're a product of white supremacy and destruction on our own people. You understand? So stop being an instrument used for that. You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna be on the stand crying? And your mama gonna be hurt, your sister gonna be hurt, your children gonna be hurt. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna leave a whole wake of hurt in your path. You know what I'm saying? Let that junk go.
God, man, don't be no sucker when you don't have to, man. You know what? Man, be a prince of the Lord, man. Come out of all of that foolishness, like what Officer Picard was saying, man. Learn how to do right and be a just brother or a just sister. Do right by people, even though I understand you weren't done right by. When you were young, you might not have had a father or a mother or neither. You understand? But the way to live now is to live according to what thus said the Lord. And if you're a black man, a Native American man, or a Latino man, you know exactly what we're talking about. It's in you. The same way it's in the YT man. I ain't on TikTok now. The same way it's on the white man to hate you. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand?
All right.
Man, come up out of this nation, come up out of the ways that it think, come up out of its holidays, first of all. And man, begin to love your people, man. Communicate with your people. The best way to get out of self-hurt, self-problems, and thinking about yourself, man, go help another brother, man. Help another sister, man. Help somebody less fortunate than you. And we learned that from Commanding General Yohana. You understand? And with that, man, that's about it. Officer Motorball, you got something? Officer Motorball probably taking care of the grandchild. But shit, that's been episode 24 of For the Record. You understand? ISUPK Louisiana For the Record, man. We're going to be trying to get in here with more stories, man, and we're going to try to go in on everything that's happening in America and throughout the earth and within our own community. I'm Precinct Officer 1000 Yakawon. I got Precinct Officer Picard with me. You understand? Officer 5000 Motorbar. I don't know what happened to him right now. I think he probably taking care of his child, man. But with that, man, this has been a wonderful podcast, man. Appreciate TikTok for rocking out. Appreciate everybody on ISUPK Louisiana YouTube channel for rocking out with us. And we'll see y'all next week, Lord willing. Yahweh Shim Yahweh Shabaraka Thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shemala Thumb by Shim Yahweh Shai to the sisters. Kwam Yashala, Israel.
Kwam Yashala.
Yeah, Babylon is falling.